Troubled times into you I see. I put you first, that's all I need. Humble all I am, all to you.
One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for.
She wanted to pray with him, and so she prayed with him, and then so she had his arm. She had his she had her arm. Thank you. Around his shoulder like this was him, and he was like, and she was like praying like this with her eyes closed, and then suddenly she feels he kisses her on the cheek, and she's like, okay, that's kind of weird. But then she realized that she had to let go of all the judgment and the fear, and then she just let go, and it was love. You know, I wish I could have felt that kind of release of just letting go and letting God's love flow through you. So yeah, that's it. So basically, loving God with all our heart and seeking God first and putting His will before our own. Yeah, but how do we know what His will is? We need to have a personal relationship with Him. This is not fun. Okay, sorry. We need to have a personal relationship with Him. I know I did, and I know a lot of us do, think that it's a very legalistic relationship that we're supposed to have with God, that He's supposed to be this judger or this like this tyrant that says you have to do this and you should not do that. But really, God loves us so freaking much that God, it's true. He loves us so much that He's the best friend we've ever had. And this is a word that I learned in high school. Just a second. At a retreat in high school, they told us that Jesus is like our best friend, but He's really not. Because we have best friends like on earth, like our girlfriends and our guy friends, I guess. I don't know how guys call their guy friends. Anyway, they're homies, you know, your homeboys or whatever. So yeah, you have your best friends. But then God isn't your best friend. He's your super friend. He's like, if your best friend is like here, He's all the way up in the stratosphere or whatever. So yeah, He's your super friend. He's just that great. So why wouldn't you want to hang out with Him and get to know Him, right? And another great way to think about God, to remember that He is in our lives, is a father. And I love thinking about that. I guess it's kind of a psych that I give myself, but it's true anyway, so why not? He's our father, so if you can imagine what a father is supposed to be, then He's like super protective, and He provides you with everything. And so if you think about God it's never going to work. If you think about God in those personas, then you'll realize that once you take the time to learn all you can about Him, I love this, then when you get to know Him, it becomes easier to figure out what His will is in everyday situations. And you'll notice, I've noticed, but I'm still learning, but if you try it, you'll notice that once you get used to it, it becomes second nature, and you find that you're actually really happy to be doing God's will. Like if for example, you're driving down the street and somebody cuts you off. And then your first thought is, oh, maybe he's in a hurry, he has to go to the bathroom or something. So, God bless him. And then you realize, what did I just do? Did I just say, God bless this guy who just cut me off? Well, wow, I wasn't even thinking about being good, and then I'm good. So it's kind of a great realization to have that you're growing in your faith. Loving God with all your mind. So God provided us with minds so we can figure out how to love and serve Him. So He gave us free will, meaning we have the choice to love Him. So if, for example, we loved Him because He made us do it, He made us love Him, then can you really call that love? So going back to what I just said about the heart, it's a decision. So talking about our minds, what we really have to ask in regards to our minds in each situation that we're faced with, like if we're faced with a situation that we have to decide on something, it's not about what can my mind get from it, or how I can develop my mind to make it better through the situation, but the question is, what can my mind give to the situation? What can I offer through my mind for God in this situation? We can have the most advanced mind, but if we don't use it for God's purposes, then it's absolutely useless. I mean, how lame is that? You have the most advanced mind, you're so smart, but then it's all going to waste because you're not using it for God. Like, I have a really weird example. Like, what if you found the cure for cancer? Like, all kinds of cancer. No more cancer because you're so smart. But then you decide to make the opposite and you give people cancer so that they can get the cure from you and buy it from you and you become the richest person in the world, then it's just wrong, right? Right? Does anybody else agree with me, or is it just me? So loving Him with all our mind means making it available for Him to use. Once we've made a decision to love Him with our heart, we must make ourselves available in order to act on that love that we've decided to give Him. How do we do that? Our minds are very, very powerful things. I mean, like a thought just goes really far. So, like if you have a kind of a negative thought, you don't know where it goes, but it sort of seeps into, like, if you wake up and you're kind of it seeps into your entire day. You know that. People say that woke up on the wrong side of the bed, and it just affects everything. And so I think it's a great practice, and yeah, I'm still learning, but it's great to sort of even force yourself to think positively. Like the guy who cut you off, maybe he didn't see you, just to automatically, or at least make it a point, make it an effort to say, maybe there's something good. So, I mean, just stay positive. There's nothing we can lose if we focus on, like, if you think about it, the world is so crap.